Hello out there, and today we have part 2 of the knife sale for my buddy Jacob, liquidating some of the stuff in his collection. Link to part 1, don't really need to do that actually. Most of everything in part 1 sold except for these two knives right in front of you, and we're going to get right into everything that we have available today. Not as much as the first time around, but some pretty cool and interesting pieces. The two that you have in front of you though are still left over from the first sale. They're still available. What we have is the HAP 40 Spyderco Caly 3. This one has the forest green G10 scales. Really good knife. The price on this on the first video was $135, and we can bump it down to $125 if anyone was interested. Pretty darn good model. Nice sprint run from Spyderco. So let's check that out real quick. You can see the line where the HAP 40 and the Sus 410 meet. Gives it that nice unique look. Great leaf shaped blade. Good back lock. Yeah, just a very good looking knife. Then the other one that's left over from that first sale is the Collector Knives exclusive Viper Easy Open. So this is a slip joint. Micarta scales here. So you see, we've got that half stop. This one was priced at $80. We'll go down to $70, which it's a pretty darn good price for the materials and for just a really good, classy kind of EDC. So even if you were to purchase like a custom slip for this, you'd still be below $100. So yeah, and that's $70 shipped anywhere in the US. All right, so that's those two, but let's get into the new stuff for this sale, starting with the Bugout. So here is a Benchmade Bugout. This one has the micarta scales. I think these are the Putnam design. So pretty darn good looking, super smooth action. So centering is pretty decent. This will come with the original scales as well. This knife looks to be in excellent shape. Doesn't really seem like it's been used much at all. A little bit of wear on the clip, but yeah, this one is going for $125. So I think that's a pretty darn good deal there. We have another Benchmade. We have the proper. This is the clip point version with the micarta scales. And this is a first production of that clip point. So this is number 567 out of 1200. My proper is like the original sheep's foot one. This one I think is a little bit thinner actually, at least up by the tip. So might be a little bit better to use in certain situations. I don't know. I think they're both really good looking though. I like the design a lot. So, I mean, mine's a mainstay. Clip point's definitely a good one. $90 on this one. 90 bucks. And with this one and the Bugout has the box and everything. The Caly has the box. The Collector's Knife Viper does not. All right, so just be aware of that. One more really sweet one here. This is a ZT, the 0808. And this one is modified by Thai Spectrum, who does some really good professional quality modifications. So there's some anodizing on here, and then also a really great acid etch and stonewash. I mean, this is super clean looking. So really looks nice. Might need to touch up the edge a little bit, but you can see it has that polish from a really nice sharpening job. And there is wear. I mean, obviously these knives aren't brand new. They've been carried, so, you know, a little bit of like dings here and there and marks in the ano. That's going to happen, you know, when it becomes yours, like it's going to happen with you. So definitely be aware of that. But overall, just a great job, great colors. I'm really digging the look of this. And I always liked this knife. I had one of these a while back, and I ended up moving on from it just because it was a little bit chunky and it just wasn't getting enough pocket time. But I mean, as far as just a good user EDC, this is a good one. And yeah, with these kind of mods, you could use it as a collection piece or beat it up. And this one does come with a box as well. All right, and then the last thing for this sale is going to be a $100 knife lot. And every time I do a $100 knife lot, whether it's mine or whether it's for someone else, like in this case, I never know how it's going to go, right? Because you don't know what people are going to value, and like you sort of add up what the prices of each knife, you know, the prices of the knives and think, all right, well, that's fair. But, you know, if someone's looking at this lot and they see 3 knives that they don't care about at all, then it's not going to appeal to them. So every time that I post something like this, I'm very fluid with it. So something might get added, something might get subtracted if it doesn't sell. If you're interested in it, want to make an offer, definitely let me know. But let's go through, I think there's 7 knives in this group, in this $100 knife lot. So this one right here is a CRKT. This is actually, for someone, if you're interested in this knife, then the whole lot might be very appealing to you, because this one is a classic CRKT. This is an M1814. All right. Carson design, really classic CRKT. Big blade, nice belly here, got the serrations, a little bit of movement up and down, which a lot of those classic models had, but it does have the lock system, which makes it a little more secure. So as far as using the knife, I wouldn't have any kind of issue with that. Aluminum scales, yeah, just a good looking knife, great classic design from them. And the action on this series has never been perfect, but this one is pretty darn nice. So that's the first thing in this $100 lot. The second one is a very simple knife. This is an Opinel. This is a number, I think it's a 6. So yeah, Opinel number 6. This is with the carbon steel. So you could put a little patina on this if you wanted to. So really simple there. I might have to move the guy in the corner there. The next one is another CRKT. This is the Hootenanny. This is one of my favorite CRKTs of all time, a Ken Onion design. This one is in really excellent shape. Seems to be pretty much brand new, and the action on it is wonderful. It's better than the one that I have personally. So, it's great. We also have a Ontario Carter Trinity. This is an odd knife, an interesting one. Osate blade steel, sort of like minimalist, but not necessarily the best knife in hand. But I do really like the design and the look of it. There is a tiny little bit of rock. I mean tiny, but it's just one of those things that for me is irritating. Won't be a big deal for using it, but something I noticed. Definitely want to make sure you guys are aware of this stuff. And you have any questions about condition, guys, on any of this stuff, definitely shoot me an email, jtsknifelife@gmail.com. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So we have that. 3 more. Here's a modded knife. Here's the Spyderco Cat. This is a great little knife for EDC, legal in almost all places, so that's definitely a good thing. It was part of like the economy line, sort of before the economy line really got popular. This one is in BD1 blade steel, so CTS BD1. It has an acid etch on it that is a pretty sort of cool looking stressed kind of look. So that could be polished off and you just be left with some of the texturing. You do whatever you want with that, obviously, but this is going to be a good, just little EDC user knife. All right, and then the last two more CRKTs. Here's a slip joint. This is the Journeyer by Liang Ma. Lots of jimping on this one. 8CR13 MOV on this. All right. And then last but not least is another CRKT. This is the Tac 2 Tanto. There's been a little bit of like modding, and it actually isn't the cleanest, but it's been done to the back to make it, I think, just a little bit less sharp. So it does make it more comfortable in the hand, but you can see like the clip metal is exposed there. Overall though, pretty darn smooth action on this knife. Little bit of movement up and down, a very little bit though, less than what I've seen in a lot of CRKT button locks. So yeah, all of these $700 together. Like I said, I think it's fair, but a lot of these designs appeal to me personally, so like it would make sense for someone like me to get this. If it's not for you, you know, let me know. What would we have to throw in to make it worth your while, all right? Otherwise, though, be 18, know your local knife laws, all that good stuff, guys. Any questions, comments, complaints, suggestions, you need more pictures, you want videos, whatever you need, like we want to haggle a little bit, get in touch with me. Let's get this stuff moved and move on to the next stuff, all right? Thanks very much for watching. I appreciate it, guys. Take care.